here I am, right? Like this aging in place specialist, and this is what I talk to my clients about. And like, it's different when I when I have to work with my parents like that. It's not the same realm. So having somebody else that I could like talk to and figure out like how to approach certain things like that, very, very helpful.
What if the best chapter of your life hasn't even begun yet? What lies within you is the power to live brighter, bolder, and truer than ever before. So welcome to Vivatude, where caregiving, connections, and career come into balance, and where your vitality, vision, and voice shines through. Because the revolution isn't out there, it's already within you. Welcome to Vivatude.
All right, everybody. Tracy Cromwell. I'm back here with Paul from Pathway Design and Construction. So we've been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking about misconceptions of getting a space ready. We've talked about how important it is to think ahead. Paul, you mentioned, being able to come out to people's homes early on to see if it's even a place that they could remodel, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think, and we talked about that earlier, but I think that's a really important piece, right? Like
Yeah.
just understanding and that allows you to make decisions.
Right. And then we also talked about making a safe space for the carers, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. And you mentioned even just a room with a bathroom, or that they can.
Basically go and like just kind of be by themselves, right? I think you gave the story of just the TV, and like as we age, we lose our hearing, right? And as whoever it is you're caring for, I sometimes I walk into, my parents or my in-laws' house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how loud the TV is in here. I can't hear myself think.
Exactly. And where my mom is now, it's the same. You walk into her room, she's sitting by the window and all of that. And it's like, oh, great. But man, she has to have that thing cranked.
Yeah, gonna happen to all of us, but
I know. What?
yeah.
And that's another good point. We were talking about safety for the carers and how,
Yeah.
we might want to add, maybe you have to have a little bit of earplugs or something, some decibel, little decibel.
Yeah, we'll have the white noise or something, right? We'll have to put
Yeah.
white noise machines in.
So, so with that, I thought we've talked about a great deal. We talked about misconceptions, like I did. I asked you about, what's the smallest thing you had done, and you brought very simple remedy of the stairs and just simple adding a rail and a handrail and things like that. So, what would you, and this is our last segment. And again, we're talking to carers. Um, what are some of the biggest takeaways that a carer could move ahead with? And then also we can come back to those that are trying to create space. So biggest takeaway.
Yeah. Well, we can almost circle both of those into one as we're thinking about these spaces, right? So your home should be something that supports your life, right? And not something you have to work around. I see that a lot where it's like, oh, we can just, I don't know, leave that shower head, right? And not put a handheld shower in here. It'll be fine. It's like, well, it's not that big a deal, right? Like we're gonna change out the shower fixture. Let's add a handheld in here. And it not only does it help you bathe, but it also can help you clean the shower. And it's 2-in-1 solution there. And whether you're aging or you're a caregiver or you're planning for a future, you deserve that space that's functional and safe. And I think part of something we haven't really talked about is like the dignity of all this. You're like, oh, this is happening now. How can we help keep that dignity as much as
Mhm.
as much as you possibly can? I think that's really important as well. Um,
Yeah, I would say extremely important, because that is such an emotional situation anyway. And
Right.
and I know again the experience with my mom was trying to create a shower or bathing option for her that she could still have dignity. She had some shoulder issues, so being able to hold a shower head over her was difficult, and just nothing was quite right where she was to be able to have
Mhm.
easy access to doing that. And having that dignity is so important because it's so challenging as it is. And then as a carer, stepping in and trying, you know, uh, someone that's never done it before, say if it's a family member, and all of a sudden, like you said earlier, the the child becomes the parent. I think you mentioned something like that, right?
Right.
And so creating a space that can help both people create a very safe space with dignity, I think is so important. Like
Yeah.
my adrenaline just dropped. Like, my anxiousness as a carer, thinking about that just went, you know,
Yeah.
realizing I didn't even have, I didn't realize I was still carrying that. So you just bringing it up, I realized I still had this little bit of this panic feeling. That when, with her, the new space she's in has easy access and easy way
Oh,
for her
that's nice.
to, yeah. And we just didn't have that for her in her current space or the
Oh,
little condo she was in. So yeah. And the other important thing is not having to figure it out alone. I just want to bring that up again.
it's huge.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll give you an example of like just like personal experience. Like my parents live in Spokane. My brother and I both live here.
Mhm.
They have a 3-story house. We're trying to figure out how can we make this a safe space for them to continue to live in as they continue to see health challenges pop up. And so we've been doing a major remodel over there for bathrooms and point of access into the home, and um, it's it's difficult. And one of the other options is that we're thinking, okay, well, if they can't continue to live in this home, like where do they go? And how do I even start this process of figuring out like what's a good place to for
Mhm.
them to look at? And um, you know, I just Googled like realtors of I think I did like aging in place realtors or something in Spokane. And
Mhm.
I found this realtor and I called her and I talked to her and I was like, gosh, I need to, find a place for my parents to move into. And she's like, oh, you have to do this. And she kind of gave me some information. And then like a couple days later, she texted me the name of a lady over there who focuses on aging, helping families go through this transition. And I was
Mhm.
like, well, maybe that's a great place to start. And it's been fantastic. Like we've had
Mhm.
her come in and just kind of start the process of just helping my parents move back into the spaces that we've remodeled, which to my mom was like overwhelming and that thought never crossed my mind of like
Right.
she has all this storage that she has to put in, and she has all these cabinets that now can be organized where the stuff before, like I couldn't believe the stuff I was pulling out of the drawers when I was getting ready to demo the cabinet. Like stuff when I was a child that was still sitting in there.
I love it.
And, and so that process of just like reaching out to somebody was like
Mhm.
immensely helpful for me, because there was no way like I was going to be able to, just from an emotional standpoint of trying to help my mom get over this hump and bringing in a third
Mhm.
party to help
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
get us like
Yep,
moving forward.
absolutely. And it's so true because as a family member, like you get what I'm saying is like all of a sudden we are needing to help our aging family members. How can we do it with dignity? And while we're experiencing um just, these emotions, right? And
Right.
and so you brought in somebody that could help make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And here I am, right? Like this aging in place specialist, and this is what I talk to my clients about. And like it's different when I when I have to work with my parents like that.
Mm.
It's not the same realm. So having somebody else that I could like talk to and figure out like how to approach certain things like that, very, very helpful.
Yeah, yeah, not we are not alone in that as we move into the more of a caring environment for our families, family members. And it's overwhelming because like you just said, you do it for others and it's different. You're able
Yep.
to keep that mindset. But as soon as you're seeing your parents do that, and then like I love what you said about stuff from when you were a kid is still,
Yeah.
and then also I think that aspect of what is important to them, we don't know.
Right.
And so
Right.
having somebody else help with that. Yeah. So we do not have to be alone.
That's right.
Not at all. So what is the best way for people to find you?
Yeah, going to our website is a fantastic way. Lots of resources on there. It's a great way to contact us as well. There's a contact us form on there, but
Hmm.
it's Pathway DC, like design construction .com. And to your listeners, through the end of 2025, I'm offering free home assessments if they mention your show, that they heard me on there, and I'd be happy to come out and do a free home assessment.
Oh, that's amazing. That's phenomenal. And to listeners, we will have that information in the information, I think, below. When this goes up, we'll have the access to the website there. And thank you. That's amazing. So, Vivatude listeners, Paul and his company are willing to come out and give you a free assessment of your space, which is phenomenal. I really appreciate that, and how to make sure that you're in a spot that you can age in and or be able to create a great environment for a carer that may be coming in to assist you. So, all right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. Thank you so much, Paul. Extremely valuable information, and we will see everybody again soon. And again, reach out to Paul. A phenomenal resource for all of us. All right, talk soon. Thanks, Paul.
All right, thank you.
And thanks for listening to Vivatude. 4 hosts, 1 each week. We help you revivitude your next chapter because purpose, passion, and prosperity isn't out there. They're already within you. Brighter, bolder, truer. Vivatude.